everybody, and welcome back to Akshata's Recipes. Today's recipe is a Maharashtrian snack speciality. It's called Suralichi Vadi, or in Gujarati they call it Khandvi. Now it's a very it's a real delicious snack, and you have to try it out. So there are a few key points that I'd like to just highlight before we start the recipe. Now, certain things that you need to keep in mind. First of all, if you're using besan or gram flour, see that you sieve it or sift it. That way, you won't get lumps in your mixture once you make it. Secondly, even the buttermilk that you're going to make. Now, for the buttermilk, I'll leave a recipe of how to make buttermilk in the description box below. Sieve or strain that buttermilk too. So, when you sieve and keep these things ready, then when you're stirring it, you don't get any lumps. That's the main key point. And the other thing is also let the Suralichi Vadi, the batter set on the plate before you start making these vadis. So friends, let's head on to my kitchen and start making today's lovely recipe. So friends, let's start with today's recipe. So here are all the ingredients and the other things that you will need. Now here I've taken exactly 1 cup of sieved besan or chickpea flour. I've actually sieved it. Then I've taken 2 cups of buttermilk. I will leave a recipe of how to make homemade buttermilk as well as homemade curd or dahi. This is some salt to taste. Here is about half a teaspoon of turmeric or haldi powder and 1 teaspoon of ginger and green chilli paste. So I've used half an inch of ginger and about 2 light green chilies and made it into a very fine paste. You can alter that according to your taste. Then we require some freshly grated coconut for the garnish, or the stuffing rather, as well as some freshly chopped coriander or kothambir. Then this is for the tadka. So here I have some fresh curry leaves. I have half a teaspoon of hing or asafoetida, half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera, and half a teaspoon of mustard seeds or mohri or rye. So these are all the ingredients that you will need. It's as simple as that. A nice large mixing bowl. Then we require, you can whisk so that we get a very smooth paste. Then a nice non-stick pan. Use a non-stick pan because it really helps a lot. Then a nice spatula, and for spread and also these huge plates, steel plates, and I'm not going to grease them or oil them, just wipe them very, very clean. You don't need to add any grease them with any oil. And then you just require some kind of a spreader. Now if you have a spreader like this which is used in baking, you can use that. You can use a normal a spatula like this, or you can just use a normal ulatna that we have at home to make our puris or chapatis, or you can just use a regular spatula too, or you can just use a steel vati also. You just need to spread out everything. Now we're going to start with the recipe. We're just going to mix all the dry ingredients together, also add the ginger and the green chili paste, and then we're going to add this buttermilk, and we're going to make this into a very, very smooth paste. We don't want to have any lumps in this paste, so ensure that you have no lumps in this batter. So one good way is that you can sieve your besan or chickpea flour. Now on a very low to medium flame, we're going to add this batter to the non-stick pan, and we're going to nicely stir it for at least 2 to 3 minutes. That's all that's required. Now when you stir initially and you lift your spatula with the batter, you will find that it's very liquidy and very watery, and it easily falls off your spatula. And also scrape the sides. See, it's just falling like a normal liquid. But as you keep stirring on a low to medium heat, you will realize that this mixture thickens up really quickly, and you will know when it is of the right consistency, because first of all the entire mixture comes together and starts leaving the sides of the pan, and secondly when you lift the spatula and plop it, it will just it'll be like a thick batter, and it will just plop. It will not flow down like it was initially when I showed you that I just lifted it up like a liquid, it it just fell off here, it plops down. Now the best idea is to use a whisk and just stir for another minute or so. The whole process, I put my timer on my phone, it took me exactly 3 minutes. So keep it on a low to medium flame and whisk it so you get this very smooth consistency and you get this lovely bright yellow color. See, when I'm lifting it up, it's just plopping down. So we're just going to whisk it for another few seconds and then I'm going to turn off the heat. We want this very smooth, shiny, silky paste. And that's it, the batter is ready. Just scrape down the sides and you'll see when you're moving the thing, the entire mixture, it's just leaving the sides of the pan. That's why it's ideal to use a non-stick pan. So put a timer on your phone or your watch, take about 2 to 3 minutes. Now our mixture is all ready, and when it's very hot, piping hot, you just have to take a little blob of it, put it on the back of this plate and then spread it out immediately. You don't have to let the mixture cool down, otherwise it will harden. So what you can do is you can keep another person, take someone's help in your family and ask them to keep whisking the mixture as you spread it out on your steel plates, and then just even it out like this. You can use the back of a small vati, you can use ulatna, but ensure that it is even and there are no gaps in between. This is a very fast process once you put the mixture down. And then let this dartleys cool down for 10 minutes. Then with you can just turn the rim, and when it starts sliding out, you know that, okay, fine, my mixture is ready to roll. And then just to get an even, vadi, we're just going to cut off the edges so that we get, squares. Don't discard them. You can just put a little bit of pudina or tadka on them and they taste delicious. And now just cut them up into even sized pieces, and then just garnish them with this fresh coconut and fresh coriander, and then just roll them like this. Make them as tight as possible and then arrange them on a plate, because we have to put the tadka or the fodni. And the reason I've not greased the plates is because you don't need to, because if you grease the plate and then you try to spread the mixture on top of it, it just it doesn't stick. So this is my husband Abhijit doing it. He's much better at it than me. In fact, he's a much better chef and cook than me. He also is very passionate about cooking. We are not chefs as in chefs, but we love cooking. But yeah, his y'all guys need to check out Abhijit's I just can't remember the recipe just now. Risotto, mushroom risotto recipe. Just type mushroom risotto Akshata's recipes. He's made the entire risotto and it's amazing. So now I've just arranged all of this on the plate, and now I'm just going to give this a tadka or a fodni, and with just 1 tablespoon of oil. And then once my oil is heated up, I'm going to add all of the fodni ingredients, and I'm just going to pour this evenly on all of the Suralichi Vadi or vadis or Khandvi as it's called in Gujarati. But this is such an ideal, snack, or you can have it whenever hunger strikes, or whenever, your family's hungry and you just want to give them a quick snack. And this does come with practice, but, guys, try it out. Don't be afraid that, okay, it's not going to turn out well. It will. Just, just practice with it and you definitely will get it. And you'll be so happy with the end result. Did you like today's recipe? I know it looks a little bit complicated, but it's so simple, and you just have to give it a go. Even I was a little bit skeptical about, okay, am I going to get it right? And with the help of my husband Abhijit, we were both able to do it really nicely. and his came out much better than mine. But give it a try, because the end result is just these melt in the mouth vadis, and they are like simply delicious. So for those of you who have never given it a try, I suggest that you do give it a try, and once you make it once, you'll get the confidence of making it again and again, and you can better yourself every time. So if you like today's recipe, then don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up by clicking on the thumbs up icon that you see below this video. Also, if you haven't clicked the subscribe button, then please do, and become a part of my channel. The subscription is completely free. All you need to do is hit the red subscribe button below this video, and once you have subscribed, a little bell will show up immediately, so click on that bell. That way, whenever I put up a video or I'm online live streaming, you will get a message for the same. So, friends, thank you so much for watching today's video, and